Here we go.
Hmm?
Say, here we go.
You look like you got people sending me messages. Are you going on tonight?
Really? Already?
Mm-hmm.
I was visiting the Skype. I uploaded your picture.
That's what I got. Whoa, what the heck?
I don't-
Jason, what are you doing?
I'm messing everything up just for you.
I'm going to tell you just like everybody tells mama. Don't touch nothing. Breaking stuff. Oh my God. You're killing me,
You're
Smalls.
killing me, Smalls.
Now we look.
What do you want me to do? You want to fix it?
No, you are the guru of the computer.
You don't like the way that looks?
No, we're like smushed out. What did you do?
I didn't do nothing.
Yes, you did. We look all squishy now. Oh my God, you're going to stress me the hell out. Now stop.
Is that better? Is that better?
I guess. I'm not even gonna, is it better? I'm just done. I'm so over it now.
There's a lot of people in here already.
There's only 2.
Nope.
See, it says
Wholesome
2.
Root says, hello, I'm first.
Chat disconnected. Successful.
That's because you did the thing. Farmer Meemaw says, hey, skinny people. She must be talking to you.
Right. No, both
Autumn
of us.
Acre says, hello. Kitty's Home says, hey again. Phil, smoking reptile.
I'm not late.
Laura, Mama.
Hey,
Sam.
American folks. Yes, see? It was stretched too far sideways. You
No,
got it now
touchy,
squishy.
touchy.
Just hit him, you know. No stress, just
It's
keep.
great, Frank, Robin, and Jason. What's up, pickers? So how do we look now? Do we look okay now?
We still look funny, but it's okay.
Okay, then fix it. What
I
do you
don't
want me
know
to-
what you touched.
What do you want me to do? You want me to...
No, I'm just... You need to shrink horizontally.
That's this way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me when to stop.
That's good.
Right there?
Ah! What'd you do? He's killing me, y'all.
Better?
I guess. There you go. So you squishied it, and then you didn't like stretch it back out. See, that's your problem.
Better?
You don't touch the this way or the that way. You gotta do it this way.
I do that anyway I want to.
You need to move your honey over.
Why don't I move my honey over?
Because I said so. That's why.
I don't want to move my honey over. I want to be like, look at me.
Where is the bottle, by the way?
Ha ha ha.
Side to side in marine speak. Hey, Wallace.
Whoa, little strong?
Oh, yeah, that's good stuff. Little hair on your chest. No, it's fine.
Wendy Benjamin.
This way we can not have it good, huh? Whatever.
Recycle Cottage and Gardens.
Difference in time zones. Yeah, we had a couple people that missed us yesterday. One, because they didn't get the notification. Or 2, they were out doing something, so they didn't get a chance to watch it.
Woody.
Live. Hey, Woody.
Woody.
Well. Hey, John.
Cheers, John.
So. You're silly. You made me think of that cow with the tongue sticking out the side.
I gotta go get some more vodka in the morning.
Yeah, because normally I'm the only one drinking the vodka, so it lasts forever. But when you decide to drink some of my vodka, then
That's
it's a
done,
problem. Thanks, Jatan. Jatan said we look great. Feel better. Much better.
Thank you very much.
I know yesterday I had to round up a cow, and normally it would have I would have been on my back, like dying. But I actually was okay. Didn't have to sit down, didn't have to take a break. How did the auction and the giveaway go? Giveaway. What giveaway?
What auction?
The auction was probably Tommy's.
Yeah.
Tommy's went great. We helped him raise the money he had, but the giveaway, I'm not sure.
I don't know which giveaway he's talking about. We've done so many.
Okay. So we'll let some people get in here.
Did we ever get that lady's address to send her the DVD? Since she couldn't meet up with us when we were in North Carolina.
I don't know. Not sure. I have to look it up.
By the power of the homestead.
There's Vina.
Vina.
Gotta love the Vina.
Vina. Okay, y'all need to tell your friends. We want to try to make over 100 again.
It ain't gonna happen. We only got 28 people in here.
We've only been on like 5 minutes. And most of that was you fussing at me. So let everybody know we're on, because if we get over 100, I'm allowed to give away a lot.
Jason has like a list of
I got a list
10 oils
of oils that I'm allowed to give away. I'm only allowed to give one right now, but if we get over 100, Mama says I can give more than one of each of that on the list. There's no hold bars if we get over 100 people watching. So I'm talking about stuff like clove, lemon, peppermint, eucalyptus, geranium, wild orange, melaleuca, cedarwood, balance, elevation. Whoop whoop. So go tell a friend to get over there to Big Bear Homestead. It's the only real live stream going on anyway.
Hey, Suburban.
Billy Branch, where have you been? Whoa,
Hey, Destiny.
There is a blast from the past. Wow. We haven't seen Billy Branch in
a while.
A long time. How have you been, my friend?
She's been, she's had a couple things going here and there. How's the book doing? The same as it was doing yesterday. I've got about maybe half of it done.
It takes time sometimes.
Infected tooth. Kitty, write out your little recipe that you have for infection.
Micro homestead.
Mine, that's the one that used to be the rabbit hutch. Dude, he changed it to micro homestead. One of what I normally use is cinnamon, clove, and peppermint, but Kitty does something with, and funny enough, I believe she puts Helichrysum in it. And it's usually very we're all a blast from the past. Kidney infection, those are not fun.
No.
Yeah.
So, tonight on our welcome back tour, is that what, can we call it a welcome back tour?
Whatever, I don't care.
Look at you putting all stuff
I didn't
up
do
on
that.
the whiteboard.
Carol did that, but you can't see it on the computer.
Oh, that stinks. Breakaway Homestead. My wife, the beautiful Robin, the beautiful Mama Bear, and all her radiant beauty. So beautiful. She's going to be teaching on Helichrysum. Helichrysum. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, this is an expensive oil, and I'm only allowed to give one away.
We weren't really even going to do that, but God has blessed us so much lately that we're going to be able to. And I'm really pretty much going to give almost my entire, I mean, it's going to be almost half of what I got left. So it's about time for me to buy a new bottle.
And this baby ain't cheap.
No. It's a very, very expensive bottle.
That's this how much we love y'all.
But this is one of those you get what you pay for kind of things. And I'm going to tell you why it costs what it does. It's not like they just go, oh, this is this great recipe, you know, this great oil and it does so much, so we're just going to mark it up. It's not that, so.
This is one of them big dollar oils that we save up our points and get.
Ah, girl on a roll.
Wholesome says, can I be eligible for the giveaway? You're here.
Why wouldn't you be?
You're here, so you're eligible.
Yeah, anybody that's here is eligible. We don't... Which oil? Helichrysum.
Helichrysum.
It's just a cool name, you know. We love y'all too, Jason.
Helichrysum.
Yeah, Helichrysum.
Helichrysum.
So Jatan says this is the miracle. This is the miracle oil. Bass, I'm so glad you're here because your favorite properties.
Breakaway Homestead says, Jason, please remind us again where we can get these oils from your lovely wife. I think he wants a free oil the way he was saying all that.
No.
I don't know. I'm happy to give him one.
Sharing the love tonight with prizes. Yeah, well, we're trying. I mean, we got to get it up high because I'm not going to, I mean, I want to try and generate a little bit of a buzz here.
Yep. Half Acre Dreams, she's getting ready to kick off the class in a minute. You're going to learn all about Half Acre Dreams. You're kind of new to us, and we've been gone for a little while. But Mama, when she does her classes, okay, she covers everything about the oil. You're going to learn so much about Helichrysum tonight. Your head is going to hurt.
The plant, where it comes from, how it's processed, everything.
Then, if you want to purchase Helichrysum or any other oil, essential oil, from us, you would just have to go to Big Bear Farms Oils at hotmail.com and send her an email with your questions, and the oils and stuff that you want to purchase, and she'll hook you up.
How many is on tonight? Right now, there looks like 48 from our side, but I think some people first time here. So yeah. So, and then the other thing is that we do usually post something on Instagram before we have the you know, before we have the class. We usually try to post a couple clues on Instagram to kind of generate some buzz, and then usually what I'll do is give out a sample based on the people who guess what oil I'm getting ready to teach from the Instagram clues.
Yes.
So try to do that too. I did post something on Instagram tonight, but obviously you could see on the bottle what it was. So
yeah.
Oh well.
Yep.
So it's not gonna be that easy.
So everybody's saying you know your stuff.
Well.
You know, and Kitty's right. Kitty's right on the ball again as usual. It's like Kitty. It's like we were never even gone with Kitty. Kitty just falls right back in. Bow, doing the thing, putting it up there. Kitty, you're awesome. We love you. If you weren't a wellness advocate, I'd give you an oil right now.
But get with me if there's anything you don't have and I have. I'll be willing to share.
We share.
We share. So, okay. So have we been?
So
we were hibernating.
Now that's funny. Who said that?
Lush for life.
Lush for life. You need to go to Big Bear Farms Oils at hotmail.com and send us your address, because I'm going to give you a sample of Elevation.
Write their name next to it, please.
Now you're making me write stuff. Oh boy. How do you spell Lush? L-U...
Just write Lush Life for less. Nah, they've been working their butts off. You can tell because they're both looking mighty slim now. I know, y'all must really love us because nobody ever called us fat butts to our face. Because I sure had put on some weight and nobody said anything about it.
We both got big. Like jump up in the air and get stuck big.
And you can definitely see it in my face because like we took pictures right before we started our diet.
I mean, I was so heavy I stepped on a rainbow and made Skittles.
And I was opening my mouth catching them.
I'm just saying. Just saying. Okay, so without further ado, here we go. Let's learn about Helichrysum. Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, so first thing about Helichrysum. It's expensive. Let's just go right there right now.
Let's just lay it out there right now.
This is one of those that you have to save. You have to save up for, in my opinion. This is not one that I just buy lightly and buy every month. It's one that I buy every couple of months. And one of the things about Helichrysum is that, excuse me one second. I think our son, I think, is trying to text us. So get to him. So the thing is that with Helichrysum, there are some oils that do have some of these same properties. Okay, and they're a little bit cheaper, or a lot cheaper in some cases. But there are some things that this oil does that it does better than any other oil. And
there's going to be a taste test. Can I taste test this?
You can ingest it. And I don't have any problem with you. I would do it just like how you do the frankincense. I would put it on your...
Okay.
Smell it.
Okay, our first oils class back in 2 months. You just started talking about it. And that's the first thing somebody's going to ask. Mm-hmm. So, is the fat boy going to taste it? Mm-hmm. So, here we go. I'm glad y'all missed this. Alright, so we going.
Just one drop.
One drop. Ooh,
or two.
Two. Alright, here we go. Ah! Oh. Oh, that is just uber nasty. Oh. Ah. Please don't tell me this one shrinks hemorrhoids too.
No. Well, it does help hemorrhoids, but I don't know. I'm having basal flashbacks.
See, that even ruined the taste of my martini. Oh. Oh.
Mama said, and he hasn't learned.
Oh. Somebody give me a cat's butt so I can lick it. Oh.
What does it taste like?
I don't... Nasty. Just... Oh.
Oh, I'm dying here. Jason, you don't...
Oh.
Okay. So, and Professor says, there's the big bear we all know and love. Alright, so with Helichrysum. First of all, it has a couple of different things that it goes by. The first one... throw up in a handbag. Okay, so the first thing that some people have referred to it as is the curry plant. And the reason is for the pungent odor that it has.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
it doesn't taste like doesn't taste like curry at all. It's more like a
it ruined my buzz.
Like a rosemary-ish kind of thing is what I've read.
Well, here's a picture of the flower.
There you go. That is Helichrysum. Of course, you gotta love my husband for jumping the gun, but this is Helichrysum, and as you can see, the pictures make it. It kind of helps you understand the name of it.
No, the taste.
Or
The taste makes you understand the name of it because it's straight hell.
Helio, which means sun, and then Cryos, which is gold. So sun and gold, it's describing the flowers, okay? So it's also called Immortelle or the Everlasting Flower.
Everlasting nasty taste.
As far as contraindications, I didn't really find any. However, like I always say, if this oil has a property to do something, say for instance, it lowers blood pressure or whatever.
It melts taste buds.
Don't double up with medication. So let's say it's good for lowering your blood pressure. You don't want to take your medication that lowers your blood pressure and use this oil on top of it because it might bottom you out. So you got to be careful with that. So definitely do your due diligence before using any of the oils. Make sure that they don't contradict.
You know, I'm a little upset with you.
Why?
Because you knew that they were going to peer pressure me into tasting the oil. You could have at least got one that was somewhat taste bud friendly.
No. Mm-mm. I've had so many requests for this, and the only reason I wasn't doing it was because of how expensive it was. And at the time when we were teaching, we couldn't afford to give a sample away.
I mean, the one that was for hemorrhoids tasted better than that one.
But what I will tell you is that it's really good for brain health and brain function. So I don't know, like when you first did frankincense, you weren't really crazy about frankincense.
I look like I care about brain health right here at this moment.
Well, I mean, you should.
My taste buds are like pissed off at me right now.
Well, I mean, that's what you get for using 2 drops. That was actually God saying, dude, you wasted a drop of a robin's oil. So that's what that was.
No.
No. Okay, so as far as uses go, you can use it aromatically. Topically, it is safe to use neat. However, you should still do a test.
Okay, so let's, because we got some new folks in here. What do you mean by aromatically?
Okay, aromatic means that you can put it either in a diffuser or you can put it in your hands. You can smell it.
So you can huff it.
Right, so you will get the effects of the oil through smelling it.
Now, what do you mean by neat?
Neat means that you don't have to use a carrier oil to dilute the oil. Some oils are very strong and they will cause skin irritation, or they may be too strong to go straight onto the skin. So
like oregano?
Like oregano is considered a hot oil, and so that one you would have to dilute. But Helichrysum, you do not. At the beginning of the chat here, I have a bruise on my hand, and one of the things that Helichrysum is supposed to be good for is to help work on bruises. So I put it on there, and I didn't put any carrier oil on it or anything, and it's not burning, it's not, and Billy Branch is asking if it smells bad. I don't think so. It actually smells pretty good. What is a carrier oil? So carrier oil is something that doesn't really have any volatile properties, so it's not going to have anything that would interact with any of your other oils.
So that's
like
not
coconut,
an oil you put in the bug out bag because you want to carry it.
No. So like for instance, you have sweet almond oil, avocado oil. Some people use grapeseed oil.
No, you said sweet almond oil. How sweet is the almond? I mean, you see, like, hey, no. Sweet.
So, welcome back, Jason. So, you can also use it internally, as you saw. You can put it to the roof of your mouth. You can put it in capsules to use, so you don't have to taste it. That would be the best
way. Just saying. Take it from the fat guy.
So,
okay.
So what is a good carrier oil? A lot of people use coconut oil because it's pretty much the cheapest one. The thing with coconut oil is just regular cold pressed, unrefined, whatever you want to call it, coconut oil that you can get at like Costco or Sam's Club. Those will solidify at a certain temperature. So it'll stay solid. But then when it gets up above, what would you say, like 70? I don't know. Somebody here would know the actual one. But with that one, it will either turn into a liquid or turn into a solid, whatever time of year it is and where you have it stored. So you have to be careful with that. you can also get coconut oil fractionated, like Breakaway Homesteader saying, which they've already done something to the oil to keep it in its liquid state the whole time.
No, question. Now, you said that we could, you told me to do it just like frankincense.
Mm-hmm.
Now, frankincense can break the blood-brain barrier.
Mm-hmm.
Can this one?
As far as I know, yes. Most essential oils can, because of how small they are at the molecular level. But frankincense is a pretty big deal because of what effects it has on the brain and brain function. Yeah, that too. So 75 degrees. So my thing is, fractionated coconut oil can get expensive. I mean, as far as putting it
shop at Sam's.
Right, but in the fractionated, the ones that are fractionated where it stays liquid the whole time, you can get a big, huge tub of the regular coconut oil, and literally as soon as you take it out and put it on your hand, your body is 98.6 or somewhere close to that. So it will melt almost on impact when it hits your body. So in my opinion, sometimes it's not even worth buying fractionated. So that's covering the whole neat thing. Somebody's asking what's the best one. You can use Jojo. Well, everybody picks on me because I call it Jojoba, and I think you're supposed to say Jojoba or something. I don't know.
So can you use extra virgin olive oil?
I mean, in a pinch, you could.
What makes it extra virgin?
We're not gonna go there. Do the process of how it's pressed and everything. Okay, so as far as I know, there aren't any interactions with other medication. However, like I said before, if you're using this for something that you take a medication for, you want to make sure that you're not overdoing it so that something is an issue.
Now, what do you mean by interaction?
So, like, if you're taking blood pressure medication to lower your blood pressure, and then you use, say, Helichrysum, because Helichrysum will help lower your blood pressure. You use them both at the exact same time, you're running the risk of overdoing, or not, I don't want to say overdosing, but you're multiplying the effect of what you're trying to do, and it could be too much. So, or like some people who take medication for lowering their blood sugar, okay, and then they use something like cinnamon or whatever to lower their blood sugar on top of that, and then it becomes an issue because then they bottom out with their blood sugar, and that can be a problem.
You're very beautiful.
Thank you. All right.
I'm a lucky guy to be married to somebody as beautiful as you.
So stop, you're making me blush. All right. So another thing, if you have gallstones,
Jack Frost in the house.
You have to be careful because this can cause colic. Also, it can, one of the properties we're going to get to in a minute, it does stimulate the flow of bile. So if you have any like bile duct issues and something's blocked, you got to be careful with that
make you
as
poop?
well.
It'll make you poop?
Bile is in your
gut.
Yeah, but it helps break stuff down. It's not.
Oh, so they say, statistically, they say an average American will die with about 13 to 15 pounds
Of crap?
Of red meat lodged in between his stomach and his bunghole. Basically all in his intestines. So you're telling me this will help loosen that up? Because I know if you took, like, when I was in the Corps, we took the water bottles and we took the cap and we filled it up with vinegar and we poured it in a water bottle. That's one of the reasons why we did that, to help loosen up all that red meat, because we're Marine.
So yeah, you do a flush every once in a while.
Great mosquito repellent.
Because they don't want to bite vinegar oil or vinegar water.
Not unless it's an Italian mosquito, and then he just doesn't give it.
Don't care. Okay.
Like,
so we're really, like, we're at 8:30 and I haven't even gotten to where we cultivate this thing
okay.
yet. So.
We ain't got a time limit no more.
Okay. So, where? So there's over 600 types of Helichrysum. There's about 20 of them that are native to the Mediterranean. They're also native to Central and Southern Europe, North Africa, Poland, Turkey, former USSR. It's cultivated in Italy, Croatia, Corsica, some areas of France, and most recently it's starting to be farmed in Serbia. So I thought that was kind of interesting as well.
Wow.
Okay,
so you're telling me that basically this thing is grown everywhere except here?
Yes and no. It's commercially grown all over there, and it's indigenous to the areas that I said it was native to. So it's a flowering plant. It's a perennial. It's a little bush, kind of evergreen-ish kind of plant. It grows to only about 8 inches high, and there are these round golden globe blossoms that you can see in the picture. The flowers actually, and it's also self-seeding, so that keeps it, keep growing from year to year. Let's see, it flourishes in dry, rocky, or sandy medium. The USDA region, so if you wanted to try and grow it here, if you're in region 7 to 10, which we are, you can grow it.
I was gonna say, it would probably do very well here because of all of the granite. Maybe we should try to find some seeds.
So there's that. The other really cool thing about this plant is, and what's made it popular throughout history, which is about all I could find on it, is that it keeps its same color after you pick it. So when you cut it, it doesn't lose its color. So it was very, very popular for dry floral arrangements because of the color not losing its color. Now, this oil is steam distilled from the flowers.
Okay, so explain that.
Okay, so what they do is they take the flowers and they put them in, and they put them in with water, and then they, boil it, and then there's this contraption like a still that catches the oil as it evaporates. I guess the oil gets caught in the...
Like you're making moonshine.
Right. And so then they use the oil. The oil is the essential oil from the plant. Now this particular oil, this is why this costs so much.
Uh-oh. Here we go. Pay attention.
It takes approximately 3 kilograms or 6.6 pounds of flowers to make this bottle.
Hold up.
This little bitty bottle.
So you're telling me that, because that's not like a normal bottle.
No, that's 5 milliliters.
This is one of the smaller bottles.
Right.
So you're telling
we have 15 milliliters.
So you're telling me it takes 6 pounds
of those
little tiny flowers.
Yes.
6 pounds
of those.
Of these tiny little flowers to make this bottle.
And that is why...
Shut the front door.
That is why it costs as much as it does.
Wow, that's like...
Yeah.
Stupid, crazy. Why would anybody even want to grow it?
And that's just like Melissa. When you do Melissa, that's lemon balm. And it's the same thing. It takes so many leaves in order to be able to express that oil. There's not a lot of oil in...
That is crazy.
Yeah, there's not a lot of oil in the flower petals. So it takes like over 6.5 pounds of flowers.
So 6 pounds, 6.6 pounds of this flower. Do you know how many acres that probably is?
A lot.
That's probably 100 acres of just this plant.
Yeah, I mean it's
at least 100 acres.
I mean, now it grows like a big bush, and it gets about 8 inches tall. So,
So we're talking about an 8-inch tall plant.
Now it does, and now keep in mind, it is a perennial, so it continues to grow every year, and it self-seeds, so I imagine it probably is very prolific and will spread out and continue to grow. So, but think about how much we would have to plant just to make one bottle of that.
Wow. We would have to plant the whole back pasture at least.
So it's pretty crazy. That's why it costs what it costs. Okay, so let's do just a little bit of history. couldn't really find much because Helichrysum wasn't even mentioned in any of the essential oil talk until the 80s. Like, nobody talked about Helichrysum oil really until like early 80s.
Imagine that.
So there's not a whole lot of history of using it for that. However, there are a lot of folk remedies and stuff where people use Helichrysum for different things: detoxing, removing poisons from ant bites. Yeah,
what
that's
olives?
A good olive, isn't it?
That one is a...
Yeah.
It's got a little bit of a kick to it.
It's got jalapeno and garlic in it. It'll light you up.
That's a good stinking olive.
Yeah, they're really good. Okay, so...
So the Terminator and Back to the Future and Star Wars and...
Helichrysum. But Helichrysum has been used for centuries. No, couple centuries, yeah. So I guess I can say centuries. For other things because of what, and they call it the eternal flower, right? And part of that are the everlasting flower.
Like the everlasting gobstopper?
And that's because of the fact that it doesn't lose its color or its integrity when it's dried, right? So what they used to do is they would use this in floral arrangements to go on grave sites. Okay? And it's funny because it also ties in with the whole immortal, and they call it the immortal or the everlasting, so it just kind of rolls in with that whole thing. Now, funny thing that I found, Mark Twain.
What's up, Robbie Moore from Canada?
Mark Twain was not very fond of this flower. He said,
really?
He said that the use of these flowers on grave sites showed that people were lazy. And his exact quote was, "The immortelle," which is talking about these flowers, "requires no attention. You just hang it up and there you are. Just leave it alone. It will take care of your grief for you." I know, I read that. I was like, oh, snap.
You just got stabbed.
Yeah, so I thought that was funny. He's like, yeah, just leave it out there. It'll take care of your grief for you. You don't have to worry about it anymore. And I was like, wow.
I know. So look at what Suburban said.
Yeah, can you imagine the labor?
Can you imagine the labor in harvesting those flowers?
Yeah. Well, I imagine they probably do somewhere where they just.
Well, I mean, if it's in Africa, they got kids out there doing it. I'm just saying.
Well.
Just saying.
There are some places that do sustainable farming where they've got everybody out there doing it. So, all right, so that's all of that. Let's get on to the properties, because even though Jason doesn't think there's anybody after us, our favorite friends over at Alderman Farms come on at 9. So, properties, real quick.
Jatan has a question. Is thus the oil used
in Immortelle? I think so. I think it's the aging oil, anti-aging oil mixture that doTERRA sells. I believe it is in that, yes. So the properties are, it's antispasmodic.
What does that mean?
It means it helps against spasming. So spasms are like when your muscles contract and lock up.
I think my daddy had with his eye.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. The kind of thing that you have in your back and your hip.
My dad had his twitching.
It's also anti-allergenic, so it helps with allergic reactions. So if you have allergic reactions, it can help with that. Okay. It's antimicrobial, antioxidant, getting rid of free radicals, all the crap that our bodies process in a day, whether it's stuff from Teflon pans or secondhand smoke or whatever, chemicals from the, for us, it's,
use it on feet and calves.
Like with all the chicken farms that are around us, it would help us get rid of all of that crap that we, take in every day. It's antimicrobial. It's a cholagogue. If anybody knows anything about cholera or choleric people, it basically what it means is it produces bile and it neutralizes the acids that are in your system. It's emollient, meaning that it prevents like dry skin. If Winter Bass is still in here, here's her favorite thing. It's a mucolytic. Gets rid of all that lung butter.
Lung butter!
It's an expectorant, so it helps with coughing as well. It provides relief from the cough. And what I meant, let me take that back. It doesn't produce lung butter. It gets rid of lung butter is what I meant to say. Let's see. It's nervine, meaning that it helps with the nervous system, and this is a powerhouse oil for the nervous system. It's anti-inflammatory. It's a cicatrizant, which means it helps with wound and skin healing. It's a febrifuge, meaning that it helps with lowering fever. Antiseptic, fungicidal. It's hepatic, meaning it helps to soothe the liver. Diuretic, obviously makes you pee, gets rid of all of those yucky things, that detoxing. Okay, so 2 big words for you that I learned tonight and I'm going to share.
School word alert! School word alert!
Okay, antiphlogistic, which means that it prevents inflammation. And the other one is cytophylactic, which means it promotes cellular health. So there's those 2 things, two big new words.
So you can punch me right now and I'm not going to swell. And my cells are like super healthy right now.
They're super healthy. Okay, so as far as the body systems and what it helps with the body systems, first one is the brain. Because of its anti-inflammatory, antioxidant properties, nervine properties, regenerative properties, this is good for like aneurysms, brain injuries, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, stroke, all of those things. This is the #1 oil for this. And also with the nervous system. So the brain and the nervous system kind of work hand in hand.
That's cool.
It's the #1 oil for all the nerve issues, brain issues, all of that. As far as and the reason why this is such a good one, this has fat soluble compounds in the oil that actually help to, work better throughout your system. As far as cardiovascular goes, this helps with anemia because of its hepatic properties with the liver. It helps to produce more red blood cells. It helps with bleeding or hemorrhaging. It helps with high blood pressure, broken blood vessels, bruising, if you have elevated levels of cholesterol, and also varicose veins. As far as the digestive system, great for gallbladder health and support, jaundice, liver health, obviously.
Oh, that's a very good question. So could it help Nicole?
With her,
Because I think she's got a TBI now, right?
Yes. So probably. It probably would. Between that and frankincense, I think both of those would be ideal oils for her to try with that. But see, she's not just dealing with a brain injury. There's a lot of pain and stuff that's going with it. So I don't know about that.
So maybe we need to get a oil packet together for her. What do you think?
Maybe.
Maybe.
We could.
Would you guys help in putting together an oil packet for her? Give me a hands up if you would. Because I think that would be cool. Because she's not really getting much medication-wise, is she?
Oh, no, she's getting a lot of medication. I think that's part of her problem. Or not her problem. She's having a problem with that. She doesn't like all the medications that she's on. She's a mini pharmacy.
Something lost, dude.
I noticed Tanya changed her name to Tanya Turner, and that's kind of cool.
Hey, Tanya.
So as far as the digestive system, it also helps with like stomach pain and inflammation. Candida, so it helps speed up the process of candida getting out of your system. It also will stimulate digestion, help all of that. There she is, or he is. She has a mountain of meds. Yeah, she has a lot that she's taking right now. Okay, So with the immune system, because of all of its properties like the antimicrobial, antiseptic, all of that, the fungicidal, antioxidant, this is a good one for immune system support as well. It's been known to put a whooping on staph bacteria. It's also good for cold sores, earaches, fever, your spleen health, viruses, even overactive immune systems. So like some of the autoimmunes where the immune system starts attacking the body, this is one that would probably help a little bit with that as well. As far as allergies go, this one helps with the narrowing of the airways. So if you have something where it's constricting your air, obviously you want to do an EpiPen. But in the event you didn't have an EpiPen and you had Helichrysum, and this is one thing I want you guys to think about here. Okay, before I get there, Billy Branch asked a question: does it thin blood? It's a this is when I was doing research, I found two separate things.
Larisha.
A lot of places said that it was anticoagulant, meaning that it wouldn't clot. But then others was saying it's anti-hemorrhagic, meaning that it would clot. So I'm not really sure. But the thing is that it's a vasodilator? No, constrictor. I get them mixed up all the time. But it helps
Do you think this would help with
it helps with high blood pressure. What? Help with fibro. I mean, it's anti-inflammatory, so maybe. Is fibro more nerve? Because if fibro is more of a nerve thing, then absolutely it would. And actually, I think it is. I think fibromyalgia does have to do with the nerves. But now Kitty is bringing up what I was getting ready to say. This is definitely an SHTF kind of oil.
Now, those of you that don't know, SHTF loosely translates to fecal matter hitting oscillation device.
Yes. This is definitely this is one of those you would want to put away for situations like that, because if you can't get to a doctor, this is one that you can definitely use for some things that you would normally have to go see a doctor for. So yeah, fibro is nerve pain. So yes, this would definitely be a good one to try with nerve pain.
Okay, time out. Oil giveaway. The first person that can tell me how long Robin and I have been married wins a free sample of clove. The first person that can tell us how long Robin and I have been married wins a free sample of clove.
Okay, so let me get back to this while y'all are doing that, because there's obviously going to be a delay. Or like now, doctor, no freaking help. That's true. Okay, so here's where this becomes, we start getting into the real things of why this is a big deal. Prissy Green, hadn't seen you in a while either.
Ooh, 11, 16, 13, 13, nope. 19,
so
16, 17, 15. Yeah, but Amanda! Amanda got it.
Amanda, good job, Amanda. Okay, so when we get into the integumentary system, which is your skin, hair, nails, mostly this is good for skin. Whether
Homesteader Gal said 21 tears.
The best part is it was probably a typo, but it was still funny. So this is good for all skin issues, whether it be acne, age spots, burns, cuts, wounds, damaged skin, dermatitis, eczema, psoriasis, scabs, scarring, sunburn, ulcers, weeping wounds, boils. So any of these kind of things that would affect your skin, this oil is very good for. It's actually been deemed they call it liquid stitches. And I can tell you from experience, Blaze a few years ago ran into some barbed wire fence at a very high rate of speed on a 4-wheeler.
No, he was on a mini bike.
Whatever.
Big difference.
He cut right across here, and it was gouges. Like, I should have taken him. We should have taken him to get.
Chicks dig scars. That boy doesn't have any scars. He needed some scars for when he was growing up later, and then he could have been like, I fought off like 20 dudes that were trying to attack my mom.
So he had these big gashes in his hands. And while we were deciding how we were going to be able to afford stitches on all 4 of these fingers, I grabbed the Helichrysum and put it on there. And by the end of the evening, you could see where the skin was already starting to regenerate back and starting to heal. It was really cool. Awesome. I saw earlier, I think it was Jatan said that she cut her finger or something really bad. And within 6 days, it was completely gone. The skin was completely grown back. So this is really good for that kind of a situation. So if you were ever in an SHTF situation and you can't get to a doctor to get stitches, this is definitely one. Because the other thing is, because it's antimicrobial and it's antiseptic, not only are you killing any of the bacteria
Mama's funny.
that might be getting into the wound, but you're also promoting healing, so that it would the skin would regenerate. So that's pretty important. Okay, so down to the muscular system. If you have tendon issues, acute inflammation, chronic pain, sprains, strains, tension, stiffness, this is good. A lot of people use this after a workout. They can put it, and it helps with the muscles to help.
I'm Hans, and he's Franz, and we're here to pump you up.
And again, with the nervous system, especially, okay, so one of the things I saw in the nervous system, one of the subtitles was, or subgroups, was about your eyes, and I didn't know about this, but Helichrysum is really good for like sensitivity to light, stinging, burning, or scratching of the eye, blurred vision, double vision.
I'm gonna put Helichrysum on my eyes.
You can't put it in your eye.
And I'm gonna go out and look at the eclipse.
You have to dilute it, and you have to put it down below. You can't put it like on your eyes.
Okay, so I'll put it like the professional football players do. I'll put it right here.
There you go.
And then I'll go out and look at the eclipse tomorrow.
No, don't do that. It's good for blurred vision, double vision, weak vision.
Well, I get all of those when I look at your beauty.
It's also good for MS. So anybody with multiple sclerosis, this is good for multiple sclerosis support. Nerve degeneration, which is one of the reasons why I bought it, because that's one of the things that Jason has. Nerve pain, which is neuralgia, sciatic issues. All of those things right there are the reason why we invested in this oil, was because I knew if we were in an SHTF situation that we may need this to be able to manage his nerve pain. So that's why we started keeping it, was because of that.
Giveaway break. Giveaway break. For a free sample of lemon goes to the first person that can tell me what college Robin went to.
Oh, that's cheating. Because I know who's going to get the answer. Did you write down Chloe? Okay, you're writing them down there. Okay.
So the first person that can tell me what college Robin went to gets a free sample of lemon essential oil. Lemon. Keep going.
Okay. So one thing, there it is right there.
Always Steve's got it.
U of A. Anita was right behind him. Yep. Love me some Anita. And of course I love Professor too. So, okay. So one of the things that I read in here was that you don't want to use this oil necessarily when you're pregnant or breastfeeding, because there hasn't been a whole lot of studies done on it. However,
I remember that when I was breastfeeding the girls, you would not let me anywhere near that. I'm just saying.
But what I did read a lot of
What's up, Duckhead?
One thing I did read is that it's because of its healing, the properties for skin regeneration. It's good for anybody who's had an episiotomy or a C-section. This can help with that.
Okay, Steve says give it to Anita.
Okay.
We have lemon, so I'm going to put Anita down there for that.
Okay.
Thank you, Professor.
Okay. Now, respiratory. We're almost done. Okay.
Donna S. in the house.
Hey, Donna. So, respiratory system. This is good for wheezing, coughing, whooping cough. It's also good for, like, nosebleeds, sinus infection, sinus inflammation. As far as a nosebleed, you would take it and put it across the bridge of your nose. It's a really good one. The other thing that this under respiratory, you always include ears, so like ear, nose, and throat. So with ears,
why do they do that?
I don't know. Because it's all the same.
It's like the ATF.
Stuff, it all connects.
I don't understand the ATF either, because it's alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. What the crap?
Well, but ear, nose, and throat kind of all connect together.
Yeah, but alcohol, tobacco, and firearms have no connection with
Well, that's totally different. So,
just saying.
With ears, anybody with hearing problems, auditory processing issues, earaches, and then most importantly, tinnitus. We use Helichrysum in a mixture for Jason's tinnitus. It's got juniper berry and something else I can't remember, but it does have Helichrysum in it.
And it doesn't make it completely go away, but it does help
with it. So we've used that. That's another reason why we have Helichrysum in the house for that, as well as the nosebleeds. The nosebleeds is the other one because my son gets nosebleeds pretty bad.
Yes.
So between the Helichrysum and geranium, between those two, they help out a lot.
Did you see what Professor said?
Yes, I did. So skeletal. This helps with like bones that are bruised, broken bones, bone spurs, joint inflammation, joint locking, shin splints, even carpal tunnel. It helps because of the inflammation. It'll help with that. As far as urinary, it's good for kidney stones. We talked about the liver and all of that different stuff. So it's really good for a flush or detoxing. It's a diuretic.
Can you use it on a filter of a pap machine?
I've heard people using it on their filters. Somebody in here uses essential oils on their filters. This would be a question for them. So we don't have CPAP machines, so we don't know. I know there are some people I think use lavender or eucalyptus maybe to open up the airways. Yeah, see, so Anita says she's used other oils on hers. Yeah. Just have to be careful, guys.
Okay, giveaway break. Giveaway break. This is for peppermint oil. Peppermint oil. The first person that can tell me the Marine Corps birthday, what day is the Marine Corps birthday, wins a free sample of peppermint oil. If you've already won, you don't get a chance to win again. Just saying.
You had me at kidney. And it doesn't take a lot, guys. A couple drops and you're good. A 15 milliliter bottle usually gives you 250 drops. So a 5 milliliter bottle,
Vina,
like around 80 or 90 drops. So definitely
Vina wants it. Vina won it. Vina.
Okay, so men's health. It's good for prostate health support. As far as women's health, fibroid issues, this can help. And then the other one, this is really, as far as the SHTF situation, this is good for mood enhancement as well. It's really good. It's really good for like depression, but also shock and trauma. So this is
Later,
what
Jack.
I was getting ready to tell y'all is this big focus area. The reason why this is such an important oil, at least in what we do and how we're prepper / homesteader / whatever you want to call us.
We're crazy.
This is an oil to have for first aid, guys. It's good for bleeding and hemorrhaging. It's good for bruising, cuts, wounds. It helps numb the cuts and wounds as well, and cut and wound pain, nosebleeds, snake bites, shock, trauma, all of that stuff. This is the oil to have for that. Now, when we first started getting into oils, we had a guy that came and talked to a group of us, and one of the things he brought up, which nobody ever wants to think about this, but if you had a gunshot wound,
a GSW,
if you had a knife wound, you don't know where that knife's been, and you have to clean out that wound, but also help it to heal. This would be the oil that you would want to keep on hand for a situation like that. And then finally, just to give you an idea, this oil blends really well with a lot of other different oils. So like lavender, clary sage, bergamot, all of the citrus. So bergamot, lemon, orange. It can do well with grapefruit, clove, cypress, geranium, juniper berry, chamomile, rosemary, tea tree, thyme, vetiver, and ylang ylang. But see, here's the thing: is that we were talking about a force multiplier. We always talk about a force multiplier. If you add this oil to, say, geranium, you're going to multiply the power for the blood hemorrhaging and issues like that. Like a blood, if you have a bloody nose or something like that. You add a drop of this and a drop of that, put them together, it's going to be a force multiplier. When we use the juniper berry or the cypress or whatever for his nerve pain, this helps a lot with that because it becomes two things helping as well. Tea tree, tea tree is really good for skin.
Hey, so Terry Johnson.
Add tea tree and Helichrysum together, you've got one powerful mixture to be able to help with shake ya lang lang. So anyway, and then also like with lang lang, vetiver, all of these that help with like anxiety and depression, you add this on top of it and you've got a pretty good mixture of something to help with mood. So that's pretty much what I have. We're kind of cutting in on their time, but
okay, so here it is, the $1 million question. For tonight's free sample of Helichrysum, you need to be able to answer this question, and in the very first person that gets it right wins the free sample. And the question is, how many pounds of flowers does it take to make this bottle of Helichrysum?
Who's been writing notes?
Who's been taking notes? How many pounds of flowers does it take to make that bottle? The first person wins it.
Waiting for the delay.
Waiting. 6.6 Autumn Girl.
And everybody right on top of each other. Dang, look at that. Well, at least we know people were listening. That's awesome.
Autumn Girl wins the Helichrysum.
Wow, I'm lagging.
Okay, so now let's also look back here. Hold on now.
Jaton was right behind her.
Jaton was right behind her. So Jaton...
Now ask Jaton, because Jaton actually does doTERRA as well.
Okay.
So she may or may not.
Okay, Jaton, do you need eucalyptus oil? If you need eucalyptus oil, we will give you a free sample of eucalyptus oil. So we're going to go down the list. Lost dude, you're so wrong. So wrong, dude.
Well, he actually came in and came back kind of thing. saw the answers before the question.
Well, Lush for Life, you already won some oils tonight, so it's okay.
Yeah, 6.6 pounds, guys. It's no
That's a
wonder
lot of
it's
stinking flowers.
I mean-
I'm sorry, but okay. So Jatan gets some eucalyptus.
Okay.
Okay, so who's the next one to win after Jatan?
Laura.
Laura. Laura, you are going to get some geranium.
If you want it.
If you want it.
She's also under me. Under Tara. Well, she is under Tara.
So, Laura, I'm not even going to try this out.
Georgievic, I think is what she
Georgievic.
told me.
You can get some geranium if
Or
you need it.
Georgievich or something like
So
that.
please let us know, do you need the geranium? If not, we're going to go to the next person.
Which I think Professor...
Windswept, Professor already won. Then it would go to Anita, but Anita won. Then it would go to Billy Branch.
And then Amanda.
Yeah. Well, Amanda already won one.
Hmm?
Yeah, she won clove.
Oh. Wait. Psh. Hold up a second. How did you start giving away stuff when we didn't get to 100?
I'm only giving away one of each. You said I could give away one of each, and if we got up to 100, I'm allowed to give away more than one.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Of each.
Can you use it on the
Laura,
cat?
go to the next, please. Okay, so after Laura, it was... Who did we say it was?
Anita. No, wait.
Billy Branch. So, Billy Branch, you will get geranium.
Which is an awesome oil. It's really good for a lot of things.
Okay, so then the next one, Amanda already won one. Lost Dude was wrong. Nelson Homestead. So Nelson Homestead, you'll get Wild Orange.
And that was the last accurate answer. So, what do you want to know? Can I use it on the cat for nerve issues? Woody, I sent you that article. I am not positive on that. I'm going to have to look it up unless somebody here has the answer for me. Jatan, you may know. I know I sent you that article as well. So we'll see.
So,
Geranium makes me sneeze.
Jatan, Vina, Autumn Girl, Lush for Life, Nelson Homestead.
If you want your sample, you have to email me your address.
Gotta
I can't
email
send it
us.
if I don't have an address.
You gotta email us your address. So, boop, boop, boop.
Let me see my phone.
I got a couple of more oils to give away.
So Laura's saying no, you can't use. I couldn't win it.
Okay, well, Prissy Green, you just won a free sample of Melaleuca.
Okay.
Donna asked to answer your question. Yes, we will always be doing this time slot. So,
There you go. Helichrysum for cats.
I'm writing down, making sure I got everybody, because I'm going to call you guys out again.
Well, it says that Helichrysum, from what I'm reading, it seems like Helichrysum's okay.
Okay. All right. All right. So I still have 2 more oils to give away. So let's see. What kind of crazy question can I come up with?
We're going to do 8 o'clock on Sunday.
8 o'clock on Sunday.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so there may be some kitchen time videos coming, but they're going to be keto friendly. And I've already started looking at doing a pumpkin roll that's keto friendly.
What? What?
So that's why doTERRA over other brands? That's a really good question.
That's a really good question.
If you'll email that to me, I'll tell you privately. I don't want to plug one company over another. But if you'll email me, I'll be more than happy to tell you exactly why we've chosen that company over any other company.
So, I'm going to run this down again. Miss Amanda, Pooper Scooper's wife, 1 clove. Anita, 1 lemon. Troll Slayer Vina, 1 peppermint. Jatan, 1 eucalyptus. Billy Branch, 1 geranium. Nelson Homestead, 1 wild orange. Prissy Green, 1 melaleuca. Lush for Life, 1 elevation. And Autumn Girl, 1 helichrysum.
So everybody was talking about the taco. Remember we were talking about how to make the taco hot pockets?
Mm-hmm.
We never made those. But we did find a cool way to eat tacos on a keto diet. Really, really cool.
Mm-hmm.
We also learned how to make Doritos.
Yep. So, for a free sample of cedarwood,
You're killing me with these samples.
Of cedarwood, be the first person to tell me Robin's birthday.
Made keto brownies today. So good.
So good.
You know, that's kind of cheating because... Wow, thanks. I don't know how that happened. But remember to send me an email with your address.
Yes,
so
at
that
Big Bear Farms Oils at hotmail.com.
So it looks like Big Bear Farm Soils.
Yes. Now, and make sure you guys tell friends because we're going to do this every week. We're going to give away a bunch of oils every week.
And I may start going back through and redoing some of the older stuff again and going back through Robin Not Oil bottles.
Windswept, you are so close. So close, but you are wrong. So close. Very close.
There it is.
Woody!
That's my man right there. He's
Woody!
awesome.
Woody wins a free thing of cedarwood. That is so awesome, Woody. Okay. Balance. I have a free sample of Balance that I'm ready to give away. Free sample of Balance. And the free sample of Balance goes to the first person that can write out the names of all 3 of our children.
Ooh.
All 3 of our children.
That's pretty,
Breakaway Homestead says price of Helichrysum. What's the price of Helichrysum?
$100.
100 bones.
It's $100.
100 bones.
It is. It's $100 for a 5 milliliter bottle. But again, this is not one that I would use. Now, some people do use it every day, but when it's used properly, it's definitely one of those that it's worth $100. There it is.
Anita, you are correct, but you already won.
Ladies,
Lost.
Nope.
Nope. Jatan, you already won. Amanda, you already won.
Mama, long time no see. Somebody needs to cut and paste for a 5 milliliter, yeah. Carolyn, Neona.
Neona won.
Yeah, Neona. Larry, Curly, and Mo. I love it.
Neona, you won the free sample of Balance. Okay, so I'm going to run down this thing again. Clove is Amanda. Lemon is Anita. Peppermint is Vina. Eucalyptus was Jatan. Geranium was Billy Branch. Wild Orange was Nelson Homestead. Melaleuca was Prissy Green. Woody won Cedarwood. Balance was Neona. And Elevation was Lush for Life. And the big winner tonight was Autumn Girl with the free sample of Helichrysum. Okay? Now, we're fixing to close this out and send you guys on over to Alderman Farms because we did go a little bit over. But I want to personally thank you guys. And if you guys have noticed, we did put up the Super Chat. We opened up the Super Chat on a kind of a dare kind of thing. But Robin and I, we try to be extremely transparent. And what we're going to do with all of the Super Chat money that we do raise, we are going to use that money to fund all of the giveaways, the sample giveaways.
Because we don't charge anybody for shipping these, and the cheapest I can ship is like almost $3. Mm-hmm. So you gave away 10 samples, 12 samples, so that's like $36 that I have to, not including the oils themselves or the bottles I have to put them in, or anything like that. Yeah.
So if you guys can and you do want to support Robin's classes, that's how you do it. Is through the Super Chat, because all that money that we are literally going to use to ship the free samples and to pay for the oils for the free samples. Mm-hmm. And so that's what we're going to do with that money. We were told to kind of on a dare kind of thing to enable the Super Chat, and that's what we did in our very first thing yesterday. Mm-hmm. We got a little bit, and so that's going to go to...
Well, that's part of the reason why we were able to give away a sample of Helichrysum and give away yeah.
So,
so that's that.
Mm-hmm. So that's what we're going to do with that. So we want to be extremely as transparent as possible.
Are we back for good?
Yes, we are back for good. The only thing that's going to stop us from putting out videos and doing these live streams now is if we get hit by a truck.
Oh, don't say that.
Or we die in a fiery car crash.
Mm.
Just saying. Mm-hmm. That's the way it is. Okay, y'all. We went 22 minutes over. Please go on over to Alderman Farms.
She's cutting Tommy's hair, so y'all need to go check
that out.
y'all
need to get on over there and watch her cutting Tommy's hair.
She's taking clippers to Tommy's hair, y'all, so y'all need to jump on over there.
So we jumping over there, too, and we're going to say our apologies from running over. Y'all get on over to Alderman Farms and... make it away. Breakaway Homestead, thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Yes, we are going to be on here Saturdays also at 8 p.m. We were able to figure out with the milking schedule. I don't understand. Mama, email.
Why do you put things like that out?
I don't know what you're talking about, Mama, so hit me on the Skype. But yes, Saturday, 8 p.m., we will also be live, and that's just going to be a fun get-together, kind of chewing the fat kind of thing, having a ball. We are going to try to put out at least one video a week. Thank you, Donna S., for your...
Oh, that was nice.
What is that, $2 or $15? What is that?
I can't tell.
I don't know. But thank you, Donna S., for your donation. And we appreciate you guys. Now, hurry up. Get over to Alderman Farms. We love you guys. Thanks for coming by. I hope you guys learned a little bit. Remember, if you want to order any oils, please hit Robin up at bigbearfarmsoils@hotmail.com. That's bigbearfarmsoils@hotmail.com. Also, if you have any questions, she will answer you straight away. If it's your first time here, thanks for coming. Hit that subscribe button, and we will see you guys next weekend. Remember, be kind to one another, and help take care of this planet because it's the only one we got. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.